The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, Delta.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Garoppolo hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
13. Hey, high 7.
Mike 28. Mike 28. Mike.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. His throw caught at about the 5. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, dude.
He's coming. He's coming. Double up.
Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that will shave one more off this lead. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, You're only going to fool them for a second or so, and guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that.
And got his man complete. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
First down, Cleveland.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Here's Hilliard, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Alert 3.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On play action, now Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
One, Omaha. 28. Hey, exit. Hey, tighten down.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
In your face. Mike 28. Mike 28.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 33 yards that time. And the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down.
Right there.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hurry!
Throwing, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Hey, wahoo!
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's caught at the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 59 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Here we go.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin with his second touchdown of the night as his guys are back within a single score. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big two-point conversion here?
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
Garoppolo now toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, Hunt. And a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Garoppolo now. 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
11. One, Omaha.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo letting one go. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. This is Hunt. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Odell Beckham Jr. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 76 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The electric OBJ, the short reception, and then he did the rest of the work himself.
You know, there's a thing that the players always talk about, the coaches in the league, they call it play speed. Because, you know, we have that time speed when we're running the 40s at the combine and, you know, at pro days and all of that. But play speed is different. And OBJ's play speed is some of the best in the league. In other words, when he has the ball in his hands or he's running a route, he runs it just a little bit harder than most people. And oftentimes, you come up wrong on your angles trying to tackle him.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Coleman. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, echo.
28. Mike, 28.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, but it's going to be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Hunt. 20! And they move this all the way down to the 9. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch twist. Hey, alert.
Garoppolo on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he whips that one incomplete there. Deebo Samuel, the rookie wideout, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath it.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin there to make the grab. And the 49ers get a score closer. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
49ers 51.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, watch this. Watch safety creeping.
Here's Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
Mayfield now. It's caught by OBJ. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, this from 46. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.